The war of words between the U.S. and Russia is escalating as both sides blame each other for the volatile situation in Ukraine. U.S. President Barack Obama says Russia's actions in Ukraine's Crimea region is a violation of international law. He says Moscow's meddling in Ukraine would push Russia's neighboring countries away from it. He's also said the move is not a sign of strength by the Russian leader.
There is a strong belief that Russia's action is violating international law. I know President Putin seems to have a different set of lawyers making a different set of interpretations, but I don't think that's fooling anybody. I think everybody recognizes that although Russia has legitimate interests in what happens in a neighboring state, that does not give it the right to use force as a means of exerting influence inside of that state. That's why I'm going to fight for it.
Obama's statement comes as Russian President Vladimir Putin had earlier accused the West of encouraging an unconstitutional coup in Ukraine. He also defended his decision to send Russian troops to the Crimea region and said those who have invaded other nations before are now calling Moscow's action illegitimate.
We are often accused of being illegitimate in what we do. And when I ask them, do you think that everything you do is legitimate? They say yes. Well, I can tell you, let's remember what the U.S. did in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Libya. They acted there either without any sanctions of the UN Security Council, or they distorted the meaning of UN Security Council resolution, as they did in Libya. The resolution only spoke about a no-fly zone, and eventually it ended with air raids, airstrikes, and their special forces participating in ground operations there. Our partners, especially in the U.S., always make it very clear what their geopolitical and national interests are, and they pursue those interests with much determination. And then they use this phrase, whoever is not with us is against us. And they use this phrase to make all the other countries comply with their will. And if some countries don't comply, they attack them, and eventually they make those countries regret.